Alright, welcome to my IronMon Elite Four attempt. I call it an attempt because that's exactly what it's going to be, and probably a failed attempt. I feel completely fucked. I don't think I have any chance of getting all the way through all four of the members and beating N. And I'll go into why. There's two main reasons. The first is I am underleveled. Now before I complain too much, I will say I have been super lucky and fortunate with just how everything's worked out, the stats, the moves, the Pokemon that I actually have. Like, I can't imagine it being much better. But as you can see, I'm 69, 68, 65, and the Elite Four is gonna have like levels, I think the lowest is 70 and the highest is 75, I think. And obviously, that's 10 levels above my Volcarona, so that's an easy one hit if I run into a water type, let's say. And I'll get into why I'm fortunate with my Pokemon in a second, but I do feel like having 3 is too much. Because obviously every trainer, gym leader is 50% stronger, so the higher level they get in vanilla game, the more extra levels they add on, and it scales that way, obviously. And yeah, I spread the experience too thin between the 3 that I've been training. I feel like 2's the magic number. If I only was running with 2, they'd probably both be at least level 75. And if you run with 1, if you can get lucky enough to have a Pokemon that takes you all the way through, like, you're going to be probably level in the 90s, I would assume. But too late to dwell on that. I was able to stay above pretty much every trainer and every gym leader all the way up until 8th gym, where I think my Tangela was the same level as the highest level at the gym leader 8. I think it was like 67 or 68, I don't remember. But prior to that, I was able to stay above, but obviously not the case for the Elite Four. The Tyranitar, Garchomp, and Charizard, you see, I haven't spent any time training them. I use them as sacrifice Pokemon only. And that's actually been a pretty like integral part of my strat, was having these sacrifice Pokemon. If I need, a couple turns to heal, I'll just throw one of them in, and I'm going to show you right now. I've had a bunch die on me. But also, what I use it more for is if one of my Pokemon is in danger of dying, if I have to swap him in, say my Hydreigon, his HP is not very high, if I have to sub him in, he's going to take a hit, and I risk killing him. So what I do, I put in the sacrifice Pokemon, they die, and then I get a free switch in, and my Hydreigon is super, super fast, so I can rely on him going first, and, take out the Pokemon that I need to. So yeah, all of these Pokemon that you see here have been sacrificed, and I've just let them die, except for the Porygon, because the Charizard you saw is one of my sacrifice Pokemon I found on Victory Road. Super, super clutch find, level 59. So, that's a beautiful find. I was able to put Porygon in here. And then the Electivire I had on my team, I actually used him for a while, but he ended up dying, and not too long after is when I found my Volcarona. And I was actually planning on just running with my Hydreigon and Tangela, but then I came across the Volcarona that was too tempting. It's a very strong Pokemon, so I put him on my team. But yeah, these have all been sacrifice Pokemon. I suspect that I'm going to have to use at least a couple of them during this run. Like I said, it's been a pretty big part of my strat. With that said, let's go over what my strat has been so far. I think I gotta give my Tangela his lagging tail back. I think I took it out. So we can run, yeah. So, yeah. My strat thus far has been Tangela's my tank. I give him the lagging tail so he goes second. I put him in, he tanks the first hit, and then I put him to sleep with Lovely Kiss. And then after that, I summon the Pokemon that is best suited to take that Pokemon out. Because Tangela goes second, it's a free switch in, because the Pokemon's going to stay asleep for the first turn 100% of the time. So it's a free switch in. Both my Volcarona and Hydreigon are pretty fast, so I usually get at least one free hit. If I one hit them, great. If not, there's a 33% chance that they wake up in the second turn. So I have a 66% chance for him to stay asleep, and then I can hopefully two-shot the Pokemon with either Hydreigon or Volcarona. So let's take a look at the stats. Attack, okay. Special attack pretty shit, defense okay, special defense pretty good. HP has been clutch, 254, really saved me a couple times. And the special attack doesn't really matter too much because all of his moves are regular attack. And then the ability, this one I could have had a better ability, but it hasn't caused me very many problems. It's going to cause me more problems in the Elite Four because the inability to, after every single trainer battle, go back and heal, which is what I've been doing. But basically, it powers up moves that have recoil damage. He's had Wood Hammer since the get-go, so I don't remember how much it raises the attack, but it's more than 120. Of course, he takes more recoil damage that way, but it is what it is. Like I said, it hasn't been too much of an issue so far. Iron Tail's been relatively clutch. Relatively okay. Not very clutch. I don't use it very often. 75 accuracy is not very good. And I feel like Iron Tail misses way more than Lovely Kiss. I've gotten super lucky with it, how few times Lovely Kiss has missed on this entire run. So that's my Tangela. Then we got my Volcarona. Air Cutter, he has the Scope Lens, which raises critical hit chance. Air Cutter raises critical hit chance. So obviously, I think it's a 50% chance if I remember right. Now before I go too further on, I just realized I never gave the second reason for why I'm fucked. And that is, it's been 11 days since I played this game. I was here at this exact position right in front of the Elite Four on April 2nd. I saved, went to bed, woke up the next morning, expecting to be able to just go through, but for some reason, maybe because I'm using an emulator, maybe I fucked up some other way, I woke up that morning and that save file was corrupted, it was gone, and for whatever reason it loaded up one for me on the 4th gym. Now I had other saves. I had a save of me in Victory Road, but when I booted it up, it would work for a couple seconds and then it would just like freeze. So when that first happened, it was like a knife to the stomach, and I spent maybe 15 minutes trying to figure it out, fix it, but I was so angry and depressed that I was just like, fuck it, you were gonna lose anyway, just forget it. But today I decided I want to try a Nuzlocke on Scarlet and Violet, so as that was downloading, I was like, hey, get back on there, see if you can figure it out. Lo and behold, I don't even really know how I figured it out, but I did. It involved booting the firmware up. Won't go into that, but I was able to get back here, so I said, before I do the Nuzlocke, you gotta at least put this one to rest, even though I have hardly any chance of getting through the entire Elite Four and N. Anyway, back to the Pokemon. If I remember right, yeah, his stats are pretty evenly spread out. Attack, special attack, pretty even. Defense, special defense. I mean, not nearly as good as the others, as some of the other stats of other Pokemon, but it's been okay for now. Plus, he's the only one with an electric move, only one with a water move. Poison isn't really necessary for me, but it's the reason I've kept Gunk Shot is his ability. This is probably the best ability. Removes added effects to increase move damage. So Thunder Punch can't paralyze and Gunk Shot can't poison, but it adds, I think it was a 30% extra, so 120 times 1.3. That's actually how much power it does, and the same with Thunder Punch. And also, very low chance of them becoming poisoned or paralyzed, so I would rather have that trade-off, personally. Now, Water Spout being my only water move, I think I want to teach him Surf. I'm doing IronMon standard rules, so I know in Kaizo and other Pearl sets you can't use HMs as moves, but I'm not playing with those rules, so whatever I can teach him Surf. I need to do that. And then we got my Hydreigon. Shit attack, but again, this is what I'm saying with how lucky I've gotten. All of the moves he have are special attack, and of course his special attack is pretty damn good. Pretty good defense, okay special defense, but this is what really hurts me, the HP. Really, really shit HP and getting the first time so much. Seed Flare as a grass move for when my Tangela can't use Wood Hammer. Has been nice. And Detect for moves that I don't know. Oh, one last little thing. I had a shit ton of notes. And when I say a shit ton of notes, I mean a shit ton of notes of Pokemon that I found really difficult or gave me problems. I was able to find out whether they had higher special defense or regular defense. I had a lot of their, not always all 4 of their moves, but I had usually their best moves because they're the ones they use against me. I mean, I had so much information that I could go to and look and like strategize how to face certain Pokemon, and all that's gone as well. So add that on to one of the reasons that I'm most likely fucked during this one. Dragon Breath and Flamethrower actually do the same amount, or close to the same amount, because of the special type attack bonus from Dragon Breath. So those two are pretty similar, or very exactly similar. I have him holding the Wax Incense, which gives him less chance, or a higher chance for attacks against him to miss. Hasn't been super useful for me so far, but it is what it is. Yeah, and then these 3, we can go over them real quickly. These are just sacrifice Pokemon, so if you want to look, I mean, that's a pretty good ability now that I see it. I also want to teach him Draco Meteor. I found Draco Meteor on Victory Road, super pumped because I thought I was going to be able to teach it to my Hydreigon, and for some dumb reason, my Hydreigon can't learn it. Where is it? Oh shit. I'll cut this out. But I just realized I probably don't have it in this one. I'm remembering stuff from the... Oh, I think it was up. Damn it, I'm an idiot. I think there's not one up there. Man, I fucked up. Don't worry, I'll cut this all out. Probably don't even really need to do this. I haven't used it. God, I'm an idiot. See if I can remember how to get through this. Here. Up here. Ooh, actually, was I supposed to go out here? No. This is right, I think. Pretty sure I'm all healed up just in case. Oh, yes, I remember down there. I just realized I probably could have flown to the league and just gone. Probably would have been quicker than going through this entire thing. Oh! Oh my god, I'm fucking retarded. I am going to blow my fucking brains out. God. Okay. Alright, now let's teach that to Charizard and fucking go. I should probably teach Surf to him. Get rid of Scald as well. Let's do that. That's gonna be stronger than Scald. Again, hoping that I don't have to use him for attack, but of the 3 sacrifice Pokemon, he is pretty much the only one that will be able to do anything. Let's see if anybody else can learn Gunk Shot too, because that's a pretty strong move. Let's do it. Do I want to do this? Nah, I don't think I want to do that actually. Alright, so we're good. We're ready to go. So again, just to recap, very small chance that I actually get through between losing all my notes, not playing in almost 2 weeks, and feeling very rusty. Mostly just losing my notes. That is a huge fucking gut punch. Yeah, it's not gonna matter which one I go to because they're all gonna have random Pokemon. So let's just go left to right. But anyway, between the losing stats and being underleveled, super low chance. If I face any very super strong Pokemon, then I'm essentially fucked. So, regardless, we're giving this a go. Why am I doing that? I will say, I have been incredibly nervous this entire run. Like, pretty much every trainer battle I get I have sweaty palms, I'm like shaking, I'm so nervous. Because if any one of my 3 Pokemon die, it's pretty much GG's. And I don't really feel that way this one, because I know that the chances of me succeeding are incredibly low. And of course, first one to take face. That's a fucking mystical Pokemon. Let's see. What is it? Manaphy type is straight water, huh? And it is a mythical Pokemon, of course. Also, I don't know if you can... I don't think I have it set up so you can see, but I'm gonna be going on my browser a bunch. I got a type chart pulled up. I got the tier list pulled up to know how strong the Pokemon I'm facing is, and I look at the type just to double check every time. So I got 2 options here. I got an electric move from him, and I got my Wood Hammer. I think we're just gonna go Wood Hammer because I don't quite trust my Volcarona to one-hit him. And if he has a water move against my Volcarona, that could be... He will one-hit him. So... don't even think I'm going to try to put it to sleep. I'm hoping to God this is a one-hit, which would do a shit ton of recoil damage, but I think I got to do it anyway. Of course it is. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. His speed can fall, that's totally okay. Please be a one-hit. Don't leave him in the red, whatever you do. Either stop now or go all the way. Okay. How much critical hit? I'll take that. Woo! I'll take that. How much recoil is that going to do? Holy shit. That did a lot more recoil damage than I thought. Holy fuck. That's bad. Glycol, what is that? I think poison ground? No, that's ground fly. It's not, I'm not for sure it's poison. Ground flying, alright. I mean, there's only one thing I can do. Definitely don't want to leave in my grass type Pokemon. I could put in Troy and try to nah, we gotta go Volcarona. Hope and pray. This might be the only water spout he gets off. Oh, if he even goes first, he's 72. I should have looked at what the other one was. I want to know the lowest. Alright, come on, water spout. Come on! You're one hit. Goes first, that's clutch. Okay, not a one hit. Totally fine, take Mind Reader. That's okay, because you're gonna be dead here anyway, boy. Okay, now, oh, and I just realized I didn't teach him Surf. That would have been a perfect time to use Surf. Wow. That's really, really, really dumb. Marowak. Great. Is that fighting? Ground. Ground, right? Again, I'm using already half of my water spouts. Yeah, ground type. Fuck me, that is... I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could do. I could put... Well, I can't put my Tangela in, because if I one-hit him, he's going to kill himself from the recoil. This ground is weak against winds, right? Yeah. I could try to do the leaf move from Hydreigon. But if I'm going to have one Pokemon die, I'd rather it be my Volcarona than my Hydreigon, and I don't really want to risk him missing the attack as it only has 85 accuracy. And this is his 75. Hopefully, I think it should be his only 75, which is fine actually. That's let's see where Marowak ranks. It's 337 out of like 650 something. So that's a pretty good level 75 Pokemon. Hopefully he goes first. He does. I think Gliscor is gonna be stronger than. Of course, you never know with the stats, but hopefully this is a one hit. Because if it's not, okay. This is going surprisingly well. I did have to use 3 out of the 5 PP for Water Spout. Ooh. Okay. Dude, 2 legendary / mythical Pokemon on my first fucking launch. I mean, I don't know what I have to think about. I gotta put in Steel. And that's fighting, fire, and ground. I don't have fighting or ground. Let me just double check Regigigas or Registeel is only... Yeah, it's only Steel, which is good for me. So Flamethrower is going to be super effective. Now I remember Regigigas was in my notes because normal type gave me some issues. I don't think Registeel was in my notes, but I faced a good amount of Regigigas. Intimidate, what attack? That's fine. His attack's shit anyway. Doesn't use it. All right. So what we need to happen. I'm also really paranoid of leaving any Pokemon in the red because I assume this is like, I haven't played Black in a long time, but in every Pokemon game, the Elite Four always have max potions and a shit ton of healing stuff. So anytime I leave a Pokemon in red, that's bad news for me. So I either need him to stay in yellow or one-shot. Let's get that one-shot. Okay, better than Full tackle, that's fine. Is that a recoil though? Don't put him in the red. Not very effective, it's fine. Of course it's paralyzed. Shit. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, if this puts him in the red and he doesn't move because he's paralyzed, I'm gonna lose my shit. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on, Hydreigon, please! Of course he gets a crit. Doesn't matter. Thank God. Thank God. Because that put him in the red, she would have healed. Alright, so some pretty bad RNG right off the bat. I'm gonna have to use a decent amount of heals already. God damn it, dude. I cannot believe he paralyzed me. Shit. Alright, before I forget, I'm gonna teach Surf to Corona, get rid of his air attack. I didn't face any fighting Pokemon there. Hopefully I don't have to face any. The good thing is I'm neutral against all fighting. So it's not like, I mean, hopefully I can take him out with your other moves. Because that's the other thing. I mean, 50% sounds great as far as crit rates go, but if it doesn't, 55 damage against even if it's super effective, it's low level. Like that's not gonna be enough. So I'd rather not rely on the 50% crit shields. Let's just get rid of it and hope to God we don't face any fighting Pokemon. Oh, that really. Paralyzed, that sucked, man. And he had a crit not too long after that, like that. He barely took any damage off at the beginning. Jesus. Alright, so let's I know I have some berries. I don't know if I can't remember if I went over them or not. First of all, let's Jesus, paralyze only 2 of them. What's the berry that heals health but leaves them confused? Can I use this? Oops. Outside of battle? And if which one was it? Oh, if held by a Pokemon. So I don't think I can use it. Yeah, Alright, so let's use the Oran berries. Well, let me think, how do I want to do this? 2 fresh waters and 2 Oran berries will put him pretty much to 100%. And then I'll have to use my energy root on him. Oh man, this is... It went from being like a perfect start to... shit RNG. Is Hyper Potion the same as Energy Root? It is, we'll just use that. Actually, let's not, because I don't know if I can use the Energy Root in that. Even though I'm pretty sure I can. No, it's only going to do 190 of the 200, but it's fine. I can swallow the 10 HP. Hopefully it won't come back to bite me. And the only other option is using like 6 of something else, so... Alright, let's use... Where are my... fresh waters? Maybe I just leave him there. No, I can't risk having him die this early on. Alright, 1 down. Could be in a lot worse spot. Didn't lose any Pokemon. Let's go to the second one. I'm starting to wonder if I should take away his lagging tail and swap it with something else, because... In fact, I might do that. Because he's probably already slower than a lot of these Pokemon. So if there's something else that I can give him... Did I see? I have leftovers? How do I have leftovers and I never fucking use it? Holy shit, I am so dumb. I don't even remember when I... Holy shit, that is huge! Yeah, yes I want to do that. And hopefully he's still slower than most. Oh my... I want to... What other items did I forget that I had? I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me. I didn't think I had, I mean, I saw, like, barely saw leftovers. Oh, that is... I am starting to get really nervous. I came into this not really caring, but hey, one down, looking okay. I don't want to get too hopeful, but... Oh, I'm so... How long have I had leftovers? I mean, I made it here without it, but that probably would have cut down on a lot of stress. A lot of stress. Okay, let's see. Myself. Who you got for me? Of course, a fighting type. Right as I get rid of flying type moves. Trace, just trace. Oh, that's fine. Alright, let me think. Let's put him to sleep. Let's put him to sleep. Oh. Spike sucks. I hate that move. Alright, Steel's not bad against fighting, is it? No, it's fine. Alright, so we're gonna have to... I would rather not... Because I'm gonna have to summon eventually, and the less I have to do it... Ah, I knew that was gonna happen. I'm telling you, man, Iron Tail always fucking misses. At least he stayed asleep. God, now there's a 50% chance that he wakes up. Oh, just a little bit more would have been phenomenal. Alright, I don't want to put him into red, so we're going to use Mac Punch. That shouldn't do hardly any, but it should be enough. Stay asleep. Damn. That's fine, use spikes again. That's actually not fine, because they stack, don't they? It's not very effective, I think. Stop there. Beautiful, beautiful. And thank God it didn't miss. Alright. Not bad. Not a bad start. I think he was 72, wasn't he? I think I was wrong about their lowest being 70. Flussel. That's a pretty shit Pokemon, isn't it? Flussel. Yeah, it's the electric type Pikachu knockoff. What is that one? It's like 392. Alright. Let's see. I think my... I don't know, though. Because I don't want to switch unless absolutely necessary. I think my Tangela can take it. I'm going to try to put him to sleep. Beautiful. And he went first. That's actually a scenario where I want him to go first. I'm gonna have to tank a hit. Leftovers. That is... I cannot fucking believe I didn't have that earlier. Alright, what do I want to use? Iron Tail's not going to be good. It's electric. I could use Wood Hammer. I don't know if I want to use Wood Hammer. Let's... Oh, God. Probably, I don't know. Let's just see what this does. Maybe I can get him to... Oh, that's dog shit. Alright, let's just see what Wood Hammer... Oh, this is painful to have to use this when it's not going to be a one-hit, more than likely. I'll take that, though. Ah, shit, would have been low sweep. That should be fine. That's not... Low is the speed. Hopefully he's still fast enough. That looked like... Oh, that should... I think one more wood hammer should take him out. I don't know if I want to... Yeah, let's just do it. Hopefully he's still faster. Hope to God this kills him. It might be close. Beautiful. Whew, palms are sweaty. Knees weak, and I'm not going to do that. We got fucking Celebi. I don't remember what type Celebi was. Oh, this is really... Psychic Grass. I have to put in my Hydreigon, but I am absolutely terrified that between the spikes and whatever Celebi has is gonna kill him. Oh god. I have to. God, I wish... Oh, why did he have to put spikes down twice? How much is this gonna do? Okay, not that bad. Oh, please, give me a crit or something. Or just let this one hit. Don't put him in the red, whatever you do. Stop there or kill him. Just keep... Okay. What does Flatter do? I don't... Oh! Okay, let me think. I'm not gonna risk it. He's in a very good spot. I can... Oh, can he take a hit? God. Oh, these are the scenarios that I hate being in. Because I either heal his confusion and hope to God he can take a hit, or I take the risk. And just try to attack him, but then if he hurts himself, even less of a chance to take a hit. Fuck me, do I want to play it risky, or I don't even know which one's riskier. Let's cure it, and hopefully hopefully Celebi doesn't have very many good moves, because if you use Flatter on the first, there's a chance. Which one of these... Alright, no ice move, no dragon move, brine. I don't know what brine does. I'm okay with that. Not very effective. And of course it was a crit. I was gonna say it did more than I feel like it should have. But I'm okay with that. We use flamethrower, we knock him out. So he's gonna... Alright, overall I think that was the right decision. Crit this one, that would have been phenomenal! You could have done that last turn. Go to 69. Clutch. I need every little boost I can get. Nido Queen. Ground poison, right? Ground poison. Yep. We're gonna put in the Volcarona. He's still at max health, which means max damage for Water Spout. Oh, hopefully one move away from beating the second. Forgot about the spikes. That's alright. Ooh, nah, we gotta do Water Spout. Hopefully one shot. If this isn't a one hit, then that's... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That is... Oh, it's a full restore, too. Not even a max. Fuck me. Hopefully this does half the damage. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Damn it! That's incredibly unfortunate. Wasted one of the PPs for water spout. Damn it. Why am I so down? You're two gym leader or 2 Elite Four members gone. That's honestly, this is kind of better than I thought. And I'm still haven't used all my heals. I'm feeling relatively okay. Let's see. Just look at where they're all at. Probably gonna have to get more water soon. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. We got 70 to heal, about 110, and about 80. Let's see. Only 3 left. So let's use the... Oh, not the Moo Moo Milk. Don't I have one that does like 70 or 80? One full restore. Oh, soda pop. Well, it only does 60. That'll put him at, oh Jesus, 158. That'll have to suffice. Or I could use that on him. Yeah, I'm gonna use that on him, then I'm gonna use my other 2 Oran Berries on him. I'll use a Moo Moo Milk on him. Alright, yeah, that's fine. So we'll do 1 fresh water and 2 Oran Berries. That should get him pretty close. And then we'll use the Moo Moo Milk on Volcarona. I got 1 more Moo Moo Milk too, that's clutch. 2 left, good. Okay. I'm all of a sudden very nervous. Gradually getting more and more nervous. I'm actually doing well. A lot better than I thought I was going to do. Although I have gotten some half-decent luck with the level 75s. Well, I don't know. I've had to face 2 mythical... Didn't I face a Manaphy? Orvis? That's not a... I actually don't remember. This one I don't know much about. Type. Dragon Finnow. Fairy isn't introduced until Gen 6. So what type would it... I gotta ask ChatGPT about this. Pure water type. Pure water type, huh? I did not expect that. Back to an interesting scenario. Wood hammer. probably one hit, but then take a shit ton of damage from... Yeah, you know what? I don't care about the recoil damage. It's not going to have as much as the Manaphy did, probably. If this one... Where does this one rank? 216, that's still pretty high. Let's hope the HP is really low and not too much recoil damage. Also, let's hope that... Ooh, that's rough. Now it's only ×2 instead of ×4. Still a one hit. Every time it gets to that point where it goes from yellow to red, my heart drops just a little bit. Not too bad recoil. Alright. And I keep forgetting that he has leftovers in it. What is Giratina again? I don't remember. Ghost Dragon. Ghost Dragon. Really wish my Hydreigon had a dark move. All it has is a... Do I try to put him to sleep? See, if I do decide to put him to sleep, this is where the lagging tail really comes in and comes in handy. Because if I still had it, he could probably tank one hit with 201 health. He could probably tank a hit from Giratina, and then I sub in my Hydreigon for free. But what I'm worried about is somehow he goes first, puts him to sleep, then that turn goes, and then I sub in Hydreigon, and he wakes up and Hydreigon gets one shot. If I just sub him in now, he's probably faster than Giratina. He's not gonna one hit. I gotta let's try to put him to sleep. Hopefully we get some good RNG. It's not his level 75 at least. Alright, be slower, be slower. Shadow Force. Oh god, that's Let me look up how much that does. Ooh, that does a lot! That does a lot! Might put in one of my sacrifice. It's a physical move. It does 120. Let's see. What's his, I have all this memorized. Defense is worse than his. I think we put in one of the sacrifice Pokemon now. Maybe a little early. Man, none of them have defense higher than special defense. Can't put him in, that's one shot. What is Ghost? Is Ghost not very effective just against normal, and I don't have any normal type. Shadow Force PP, what is it? Only 5, so I can't use it super often. Yeah, let's, oh, this... Shit, I don't know what... Ghost is, not very effective against Dark, right? I mean, I could put in my Hydreigon. I'd rather not have him tank, regardless if it's not very effective or not. It's a fucking Giratina. Can he do anything to... Yeah, he could. Alright, let's put in the crate. Hope to God he survives. And then maybe I can use a fly to get him to use more than one other, hopefully get that Shadow Force EP down to super, super low. Don't know what that... Come on, survive this crate. You can do it. Oh! Oh! Let's go! Alright. Use it again. Yep. Big brain move. Really don't even care how... Yeah, I was gonna say it's not gonna do shit, but I'm totally okay with that. Use it again. Use Shadow Force again. Oh, that was just... I cannot believe how well that worked out. That's 3. Use it a 4th time. God, I love how stupid Pokemon AI is at times. I'm gonna go real quick, get some more hot water for TJ. That's 4. So use your last one here, and then let's see what else you got. Let's see what other moves you have. Critical hit, let's go. That was his 5th, right? Ah, jeez. How many? Yeah, I've used Fly 4 times, so that was his 5th. So let's use Mirror Move. If he can somehow survive. Oh, jeez, that's a bummer. Wonder Room. What does Wonder Room do? That's fine, I'm okay with that. That Shadow Force might have been the only... Maybe I can paralyze him with Thunder Punch. Dude, this is actually, of all my sacrifice Pokemon, this has been far and away the most effective use of one. Let me paralyze him, come on. I don't think he has any other moves that do damage. Or if he does, he's not using them because of whatever type Tyranitar is. Hopefully I can paralyze him before. Come on, let me fucking paralyze him. What is this, just look at him. I don't know what that even means. May also leave the... Come on, paralyze him! Look up. %10 chance. So with 15, odds should say that you should be paralyzed. look up the PP of Wonder Room as well. Only 10 PP, so we'll see another move at some point. Oh, well, damn it, I missed it. I didn't see what it was. Slow down. Natural gift, but it failed. What does natural gift do? Inflicts damage that is no... I don't know why it keeps failing. The move will fail if the user is not holding a berry. Let's go. None of my guys are holding a berry. Come on, 4 more chances for paralyze, even though it doesn't really seem like it's gonna matter. Brilliant. Alright, I want to get him as pretty much as low down as I can. Should have probably saved those and started using like strength or something else. Oh, it doesn't affect. Damn, that's a bummer. Didn't think that one through very much, but let's see if Giratina's holding a berry. No, he's not. Ooh, he's got... Is that psychic? Is that what it said? Oh, I cannot believe how lucky I got. How? Psychic only has 10 PP as well, so he's gonna start fucking struggling here soon. Save the... Let's just fly. Come on, run out of natural gift already. Only had 15 PP, I think. It only had 15 PP. So it's gonna be running out pretty soon here. Psychic has 10 PP, so he's gonna be struggling before I even have to... Well, not necessarily if he keeps being paralyzed. Just do that. I don't know why I did that, but I kind of want to stall. This does, I will say, take him out as far... I mean, not like I need him for offense, but if I use all of the PP from all of his moves, obviously that's... However, if I could at least keep him alive, then I can use him... Well, he's obviously going to stay alive. I'm going to have to sub out eventually, unless he kills me with struggle. But if I could keep him alive and not use one of my sacrifice Pokemon, what did he just use? I think he just used Natural Gift, didn't he? Yeah, I gotta start paying attention to him. Fly again. What was that? Oh, struggle. Oh! I cannot believe. I got a 7 mount now. He's gonna full restore. Oh, I cannot believe that.
Bye.